Afternoon, everyone. Today is Thursday. Let's get started. We're going to be using a bench and an ab mat. We're going to start off on the ab mat. So we're actually coming down to the floor. We're going to start with a couch stretch. If you have your clock or watch, go ahead and get that started. We're going to bring our knee on the ab mat so you can kind of see it's right at the bottom of the screen. But knees on the ab mat, my ankle or foot is on top of the bench or it extended. My ankle's a little extended here. But I'm going to create a 90-degree angle with my front leg. And then I'm going to push my hips away from the bench. Now, if you're really tight and it's hard to get into this position, you can come down to the floor, palms on the floor like so. If that's still too much, then you can bring your left foot back underneath your hips and then push your hips forward. You'll get a little bit of a calf and an arch of your shoulder arch, and then also a little bit of quad stretch here if that's really tight. If you're super mobile and this is super easy, you can always extend that right arm, reach up and over, creating a C stretch or a side bend in here. And then you can also focus on pushing the hips forward. Imagine your pelvis as if it's a bucket. And instead of it tipping forward, think of tucking the hips under as if you're scooping the hips under. We're almost at a minute here. This is a couch stretch. You can also do this against the wall, but I'm showing you guys from the side. We'll go ahead and switch. Scoot the ab mat over slightly. And then again, left knee on the mat. You don't have to use a mat, but my knees are a little sensitive, we'll say. So I use the ab mat. You could also use a towel or rolled up sweatshirt. If you're on carpet, you could use that. And again, I have my foot extended here. I like to have my foot extended here while I hold this stretch. And again, I can create that 90-degree angle of the front leg and then push the hips away. My hips are pretty tight from all the sitting and computer work that I've been doing the past couple days. But this is a great hip opener. Today we're focusing on a full body. So we're gonna get a little bit of our hips, a little bit of our glutes and hamstrings, as well as our adductors, and we're gonna a little bit more of our lats, triceps, and a little bit more of a full body. I like to segment it sometimes, upper body, lower body, then I also like to make sure I hit a full body. So today's gonna be full body for you guys. Good, we're slowly gonna come out of that stretch, lift up. Now we're gonna flip towards our bench or box. If you don't have a bench or box, you can always do this on the floor or elevated even higher up. So my left leg's elevated, my back leg's nice and long. I'm gonna hold here for 1 minute. You can stay elevated on your palms. You can also come down to your forearms if that's a little easier. If at any point this is too much, you can always drop that back knee to the floor. Now, if that happens, your leg may kind of come off the bench or box. That's okay. Find something that's relatively comfortable. If you are more flexible, try to get a 90-degree with your shin to your leg. Again, like I said, my hips are really tight today, so this is what I got. Something to note in terms of your body is not every single day is gonna feel perfect. Not every single day is gonna feel like sunshine and roses, but getting up and doing the work and doing some sort of stretching or walking, hiking, whatever it might be, will be beneficial for your body and also your mind. I have found that my mental clarity, my mindset is a lot more streamlined or a lot easier to get stuff done when I've had some sort of physical exercise or movement in my life. Good, we're gonna switch, opposite side. Same thing, this is gonna be a static stretch. The other ones are gonna be dynamic, which we do a little later. Again, you can also use your ab mat as a cushion for the bottom knee. If you need a little leverage, notice that my right side is obviously a lot tighter, comes up a lot more. Again, I extend that back leg so I get a little bit of that hip stretch, a little bit of the calf, but I can really focus on that right hip. So you guys can check out the description in the link below. I have a couple different links down there. If you're looking for equipment, there's a link for Rogue that you can check out. If you're looking for recovery, for supplements, there's also a link. If you're interested in more mobility or you're actually looking for programming, you can check out my app. There's a link, the first link below that will have that for you. You can check it out for 30 days for just $1. So if you have any questions, let me know. If you're looking for specific movements or patterns or exercises to help with back, shoulders, please also let me know. Someone asked a while about back exercises, so I did a series on that in terms of rotational movement and stretches for your back. Good, a couple more seconds here. We're gonna take a break from the legs. We're gonna come off. We're gonna go on hands on the bench. We're gonna go wider than our shoulders. So I like to have my palms on the bench, all the way extended. Then I'm gonna push my butt back, hips back. I'm gonna keep my hips stacked over my knees. I'm gonna push my torso all the way down to the floor. So I'm trying to open up my thoracic spine, my mid spine, my upper back, and I want to think of pushing my head down. If you're really flexible and you want an extra stretch, tuck the upper rib cage down, create like a hollow position with your body, and then press your head through. If you can't do that, that's okay. You can break the midline slightly, opening up the rib cage, pushing the head down. Since we're here for a minute, we're about 35 seconds in, you can switch. You can bring your left ear, left shoulder, hold for a second or two, switch right ear, right shoulder. So you can kind of seesaw left to right to get into that stretch. If wide hands outside your shoulder is hard, bring them in a little more narrow together. That will decrease the intensity on your lats, but it might allow you to get more of a pec and front shoulder stretch. So again, you know your body best. We're slowly gonna come up. Now we're gonna bend the elbows on the bench, clasp the hands together, and then bring them behind your head. From here, you can inch your elbows together, inch them forward. So this is gonna intensify the stretch, a little bit more specific to the lats and the triceps and shoulders. So I wanna think of breathing in. As I breathe in, my chest elevates. As I exhale, I wanna push my chest down. Try to think of driving my elbows into the bench as I slowly sink in this position. So we're holding this statically. The dynamic portion is your breath. So highly encourage you to breathe here. We have about 25 more seconds. I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who supported me in regards to the cases. I'm doing a clearance and inventory sale because fulfillment prices have become very hard to maintain and continue to pay. So I'm doing a clearance sale of all inventory. I'll also put the link in the description below if you guys want to support. I have a couple cases of my 6 and 6, but then I have full cases of 11 year on and goes in. So super grateful for all your support. Thank you guys so much. I just wanted to give a shout out to everyone that did that. Good, we're slowly gonna come out. We're gonna come back to the leg. These are gonna be our last 2 stretches. Left leg's gonna come up on top of the bench. Think of a nice big long runner's lunge. Back leg is nice and long. I'm then going to bring my elbows to the bench if I can. We're gonna hold here for a second. And then we're gonna twist. You can rotate up towards the sky or bring your hand to your knee here. Now this can be modified by going to the floor, decreasing that intensity if you need to, right? Down to the floor, twist, reach to the sky. So it's a dynamic lizard, but we're elevated. So an elevated dynamic lizard, I go down, hold for a second or 2, twist, rotate. I can even push on my outside thigh out. Don't push on the knee joint, but push on the thigh to get a little more of a hip stretch. I like this because it elongates my hip for my back leg. It really lengthens that long. You can even go into the balls of your toes, get a little more stretch. And Shabi's gonna come join and say hi. Good, one more time and switch. So, same thing, elevated. Again, I get like a nice big 90-degree angle here. I'm elevated on my bench or box. You can always go onto the floor as well. I'll come down, bring my elbow to the inside of the foot, knee, foot rolls out. Then I can twist, reach to the sky. If you want, you can even bring your hands by your ears and bring the elbow back to get more of that shoulder stretch. So again, down. I can bring both forearms down if I want. Hold for a second. Twist, rotate, look to the sky, or bring your hand to your ear. So again, this is a dynamic portion. If you guys don't want the dynamic additive here, you can always stay static here, push those hips forward, keep the legs nice and long. The more I bend in the back knee, I'm gonna feel a little more stretch in that hip flexor. The straighter I get, I might feel more stretch in my calf. It all depends on you and your individual body. Good. Twist and reach, or hand to the ear. Good, we're slowly gonna come on out. So that wraps up today's mobility session. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'll put the description below. I'll have the link to my app, which is a 30 days on the app for only $1. I have multiple programs in there. If you're looking to challenge yourself, lose some fat, build some lean muscle tissue for your goals, then you can check out the Workout of the Day program. I also have a mobility program and a home body program that requires no equipment. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. Any questions, put them below. Make sure you comment and subscribe and stay tuned for tomorrow's video.